Now, we've heard from Washington several times. We've heard from our correspondent, Bill Henry, in the White House, and now we're going to try another point in Washington. I'm not sure exactly what the point is, as a matter of fact, because our correspondent is in the CBS Mobile transmitter in Washington, and he might be on almost any street in our nation's capital. At any rate, we take you now to the CBS Mobile transmitter in Washington, Chris Coffin reporting.
A tremendous, happy, wonderful, joyous crowd is in front of the White House, in front of the portico. The president had just come out. He's come out with his wife, and he was all dressed in his blue suit. He wore it at our press conference. Mrs. Truman came out with him, and 7 other members of the White House staff or cabinet. I think I saw Secretary Wallace and Dave Niles of the White House staff, and they came out and came clear down to the General Marshal was there, too, one of the soldiers told me. And the president walked down to the fence and saw one of his friends, the photographers, and waved to him and said hello. The president was very deeply moved. It was quite apparent that the president was. He came down there, and the crowds were out there just cheering him and applauding him. And the streets out here in front are littered with confetti and people walking all around in kind of this careless, wonderful, happy holiday mood. In fact, a friend of mine, a major, who's been fighting in the New Guinea campaign, just stopped me and said, it's beautiful. And he said, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Down the street here to our left, the trolley cars on Pennsylvania Avenue are all balled up because soldiers and sailors and even girls have climbed up on top of the trolley cars, and they can't get going. A few of them are going even with people on top of them. And people are milling all across the street. I've been in Washington for 5 years. I've never seen a crowd anywhere like this. We had thought that Washington crowds weren't really crowds that took off and celebrated. But this is a wonderful celebrating crowd. It makes up, as the president said, for the celebration we didn't get to have on VE Day. Now we have kind of a double-barreled, wonderful celebration on VJ Day. You can probably hear the trolleys clang as they go by because they have to clear a path to these people. The people are walking about. There's no really wild shouting, but there's a happy look on their faces, and everybody's so glad it's over. I see a boy climbing a telephone pole to look, see if the president is coming back out again. I look, there's the president out there now. The president's coming out again, and he's behind the pillar in the portico. You can see him. The people are crowding up against there. The policemen are waving their whistles, and the president is going back in again. He wanted to see those people for himself, I think. It really means a lot for a guy from Missouri who has come up the hard way, you might say, and to see the war end and see all these people out here in this marvelous demonstration, not only for the president, but it really is a demonstration for the United States, its greatness and its power and its people. I think that's what it is. I think that people are all here to demonstrate their affection for their country, and the president is a symbol of it. The White House flag is flying very proudly. I don't know whether it's true or not, but I heard the other day that they were going to put the flag that flew at Iwo Jima on top of the White House steps. I mean, on top of the White House portico when the celebration was announced. You can probably hear the trolleys dinging by. There's no one inside them. Everybody's been on top of them all the time. And they're just beginning to move again. The police finally got them moving. Besides the many, many soldiers here with battle stars and ribbons, there are also a lot of boys here with discharge service buttons. And I see all kinds of girls in uniforms